but I mean,
Well, once
normally
I did a lot of home, so I really haven't. I mean, I go in once or twice a week, but it's
she did
18%
of the project.
2 days a week
Yeah.
for 4 hours.
I think because, I guess I don't know if it was a sub or not, but yeah, he didn't include the breakdown
Home a lot.
of
Go in
the
once a week maybe.
inventory. And I think it was probably because of the last minute submission. So I don't know if they couldn't get it in on time or what exactly that looked like.
Not that they haven't probably put that much in,
Yeah.
but it's just always interesting to
Yeah.
follow where they're at
See-
and how much
see what's
they're
going on.
not paying for stuff twice, or, it's just, when you're signing bills over $100,000,
Don't you though?
You don't have to be sitting at your desk.
What's that?
It's live already. It's true.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, but if he has a heart attack, what's he gonna do for short-term disability? He's seeing the way he's done, I'm not gonna donate time for that. You know, kinda dug your own grave there. So, just let it play out, I guess. But you said at another table. Right? He could be available for you on Wednesday. If you need more hands, let me know. Alright.
It's on. I don't know why the light is worked out, but
Okay.
it's on. As long as the green light is on, you're good.
watch yourself.
Mine's on.
Right, no, it's supposed to be starting the meeting.
Whatever, they'll tell me.
Because I asked that to do that 40 minutes ago.
Recording in progress.
It's the owl talking to us. I just wanted to let everyone know we're recording this meeting. It's not streaming live to anywhere but channel 2. But this is just to make sure this works. It sees you. It's a 360 camera, so it can see everything you're doing. No whispering to Ken.
Will it see me keeping it under the table?
Let's see.
Can't see it going.
Oh yeah, we can see it.
Shoot, there we go.
We're gonna have to put a skirt around that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time?
5:29.
You're right.
I'll call the regular meeting of the City of White Lakes Council to order, Monday, July 25th, 2022. Roll call.
Beauregard?
Here.
Grams? Here. Kramer? Here. Pop?
Here.
Zins?
Here. Would everybody please stand? Pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
motion to approve the consent agenda? Everybody get a chance to look at the consent agenda? If so, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Counselor Pop,
I'll support.
supported by Counselor Kramer. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of city council minutes from the regular city council meeting, July 25th. Oops, excuse me. We already did that, took care of that. Guests and citizens. Anybody here wishes to speak for the council? Reports from staff. City Administrator Lammy.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Public Works Director Candy Snetzinger.
Nothing tonight, just a bit.
Okay. Public Utilities Director Josh, or Jake? Sorry,
Close enough.
close enough.
Yeah. Construction's moving along at the wastewater plant. Aside from that, we're gonna have 2 digs coming up here. Probably hit one of them tomorrow. We got a collapsed sewer line up on the upper end of Coventry. And then we'll be digging another address around Andover, or 313 Andover. They also have a sewer line issue. So aside from that, that's all I got.
Is this something that happened over the winter, Jake?
What I'm finding is a lot of these lines, the older ones, they're starting to separate from the city connection. It's right under the road. And these ones in particular, the one collapsed, they actually can't use their toilet. And then the other one is starting to shift away, kind of like a previous one we had dug that's eventually going to have to be dug. So I'd rather hit it while it's warm than dead of winter.
Well, I agree with you there. Okay, thank you. EMS Director Olmsted.
76 runs for July. August 23rd, we will be doing interviews for all positions, firefighter, EMT, and EMT. We will be having some CPR classes this month, so if there's anyone that's interested, in case we should add it to them, just contact Fire Hall. National Night Out was a big success. Administrator Levy, we wrote a bunch of applications, which was great. Seemed like all the kids had fun. We're working on recertifications for our EMTs and paramedics. The cycle runs through March 31st through March 31st, or April 1st through March 31st. And it opens for recertification in October. And out of the 11 people we have to recertify, we've already got 4 completed. So that's good. And also going back to the interviews, so we're doing interviews August 23rd. I think the EMT class starts like either the 22nd or the 24th. So I've been telling people that are now out of EMTs that have applied to register with Insomnia Range, it's not Insomnia Range anymore, whatever it's called. And more than likely they will be hired. So I told them to register, and then if anything should happen, they should be able to withdraw. So that's the plan.
And what is the deadline they need to get the applicants in? The 12th?
12th at 11:30.
Yeah,
Okay.
to get them to sign up. That's what all I have.
Thank you. Counselor Pop.
Nothing.
Oops, excuse me, I passed up our city attorney. I didn't recognize.
Just filling in for Mr. Greenfield, he took a little time off.
Do you have anything tonight, Mr. Kearney?
No, Mayor.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, Dan? go
That's
ahead.
all right. Nothing but a nightmare.
Counselor Kramer?
Nothing tonight.
Counselor Grams?
We did meet with youth hockey last week about some ice time and sharing some ice time with Rockridge, so that will be in the works, and we'll update when we have any agreements with them, and that's all.
Councilor Bordeaux?
Nothing this week. We met the other day, did a wrap-up with some of the city crews and the Water Carnival Committee. I think it went off very well. I'd like to thank everybody that was involved, from our city crews to our Water Carnival Committee, East Range PD for all the hours and extra time, our EMS service for everything they did. I think it was a great weekend for everybody, and it seemed like everybody was enjoying themselves. So that's all I have. New business, Becky, 11-1.
So we met previously regarding interviews for the heavy equipment operator. In front of you is that recommendation from that hiring committee. We interviewed 4 very strong candidates, and it was a very difficult decision. We do recommend hiring Caleb Kimball based on his heavy equipment operator experience and welding fabrication experience.
So can I get a motion to approve the hiring of Caleb Kimball for heavy equipment operator?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Councilor Graham. Is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Councilor Kramer. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Uh, 11-2, St. Louis County Land and Minerals Department request to waive assessments. Becky, you want to touch on this?
Of course. So St. Louis County Land and Minerals wrote us a letter regarding 308 Wyandotte, requesting we waive the approximately $1,800 in assessment fees we have for that address. In addition, that particular homeowner also owes us about $310 in current fees, so just over $2,000 all combined. Their waiver request was only for that $1,800. So what happens is someone gets over the threshold of an assessment, which we do twice a year, April and October, and we then assess them to their property taxes. They don't get their water turned back on. They just then have to pay all of that back assessments and their current bills to get their water turned back on. So essentially what St. Louis County is doing is requesting that we waive that $1,800 so they can make the property more attractive for an auction buyer. But those are for services we've already rendered to the address, and so my recommendation would be to deny their request to waive the assessment fees.
I would support that 100% and make a motion that we deny.
Motion made by Councilor Pop to deny this request. Is there support?
I'll support.
Supported by Councilor Beauregard. Is there any further discussion?
Just to clarify, so if we don't waive them, the St. Louis County is then responsible for paying us when they sell the land, or the new property owner?
Typically, when they go to tax forfeit, whoever purchases the property is then responsible for paying that bill. St. Louis County doesn't take that bill on typically.
Okay.
Anybody else have any concerns? Okay, the motion's been made and supported. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 11-3, resolution for donation to the Garden Club from the VFW and to the Ranger ATV Snowmobile Club. And $500 to each. So this is a resolution 2022-016 for this donation. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Counselor Kramer. Is there support?
I'll support.
Supported by Counselor Grams. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Supplement, this is a resolution 2022-017, authorizing application to Compeer Financial Emergency Response Regional Collaboration Grant. Do you want me to read this?
I can figure it out.
Okay.
So Director Olmsted is interested in applying for a grant to help us pay for a ventilator BiPAP. And so this would help pay for that equipment. She is also budgeting for it for next year. And so fingers crossed between the grant and the budget, we can get a ventilator BiPAP on our rigs.
So is there a motion to approve resolution 2022-017?
I'll make that motion. Go ahead, Dan. I'll support the motion.
Motion's made by Counselor Pop, supported by Counselor Grams. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Budget and strategic planning meeting setting. So we have some department heads have submitted their budget drafts to city administrator. Becky, these are the dates that you have right now
Yep, and
scheduled.
I was mainly looking to see if the counselors had any major conflicts with any of those dates. I kind of set them out, so fingers crossed, contract negotiations will kind of take place in between them, and we can kind of get everything all set up as far as what the budget will look like for next year. You can either respond to me via email, see me after the meeting if nothing works, or one date works and one date doesn't. I will, if there's any changes, I will obviously communicate those to the council, but at this time, I'm not looking for any action on the agenda item.
Okay. But how many of these meetings do we need? All of them?
I would say as we go, so like on the 15th, we meet on the 15th, we're probably also gonna need to meet on the 8th. The 8th, we'll decide if we need to meet on the 13th. The
Okay.
13th, we'll decide if we need to meet on the 18th.
Okay.
And the 18th would be the 19th.
Okay. Is that a typo?
Yeah,
Okay.
18th is a Sunday.
Oh, yep, my apologies.
Okay, so there's no action, just for personal information right now?
Yep, and if
Okay.
something doesn't work for me, or work for you, just let me know and we'll
Okay.
take a look at it.
Okay, 11.6, this is a pay for Lency Enterprises in the amount of $112,176 for the Fisherman's Point Bathhouse Project. Anybody have any questions on this? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Counselor Pop,
I'll support.
supported by Counselor Kramer. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. This is a pay request, number 24 from Gritter Construction in the amount of $279,255 for the wastewater treatment facility project. Jake, do you have anything to add on this?
Nope, they're just getting ready for the finishing up. They're supposed to be online by October 1st. See how everything goes, so.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve this?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Counselor Borgard, support,
I'll support.
support by Counselor Kramer. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Counselor Kramer,
I'll second that.
supported by Counselor Beauregard. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Reminder, we have a